Hello, and welcome to another update video about DOT. So DOT got a strong rejection yesterday, exactly where we wanted it to see a rejection. If you watched yesterday's videos, then you know we talked about $5.25 to $5.55 as ideal target level for wave 5. So basically we called the top there before it happened. Obviously you never really know, but the whole idea of technical analysis is, in contrast to fundamental analysis and the people who try to justify movements, we try to see movements early. We can't obviously do it all the time, but the levels are usually relevant and they usually trigger a response. And that $5.25 level was reached. Okay, so it reached 5.26. Then came down quite impulsively. Now you could say the trigger was Bitcoin, which it probably was, but at the same time the chart was primed for it. The chart was ready for such a dip, drop. And yeah, I mean, what is this now? Is this already all of wave 1 complete? I can tell you that technically we fulfilled all the expectations for wave 1. We reached the ideal target range. Wave 5 was quite long, actually. Circle wave 5. Yeah, I mean, the overall wave count suggested here wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, which topped in October, wave 4, and the wave 5 very long. Absolutely okay. I'm absolutely okay with that. And the wave 5 would have been an ending diagonal. Then strong rejection. That's large enough to call it the A wave of the wave 2. So obviously, if the wave 1 is finished, we did say afterwards we're going to watch for a wave 2 pullback. So let me just change here the background. So could this be all of wave 2? I mean, it technically could be. Is it likely? I'd say not really, because first of all, it didn't reach the ideal FIB zone. So it didn't even reach the 38.2 FIB level, even though nearly, okay? But ideally for all of wave 2, I'd always like to see the 50% FIB level. Now that's not a must. Sometimes the wave 2 is short, shallow, but at least it should be somewhat, it should be somewhat long in duration, you know. The wave 1 started here, middle of October, 19th, 18th of October. So what, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks? I mean, the wave 2, I'd like to see at least a week, 2 weeks, yeah, maybe even a little longer for a wave 2. So the A wave happened very quickly if this was the A wave of wave 2. I mean, I wouldn't call this all of wave 2. That would be unlikely, but not impossible. Never say never in crypto. So if it now goes up and escalates completely, then it was all of wave 2. And then I missed it, because it was too quick. But that just happens sometimes in crypto. But then we can always wait for the first 1-2 setup to form. At the moment, I haven't got 5 waves up off the low anyway. This is only 3. And the A wave was quite aggressive, so it indicates an impulse with the wave B now to the upside and the C wave down. I mean, that is sort of what I think could be a reasonable expectation. Possibly in the C wave testing the upper boundary line of the trend channel again, before then a rally in wave 3 starts. If we go up further from here, I mean, maybe I would explore a high B wave or an extension in wave 1, not yet a wave 3. At some point I would have to accept it is a wave 3 already, but this is not long enough in duration and also not in distance traveled to be a reliable wave 2. So what I'd like to see ideally is that we soon come down in wave C of 2. And yeah, as I said, possibly test the area between 453 and 432 first. If that's not enough, then 413 and 387 are still there in this support area. Ideally, we don't go down that low. But if we have to, below 387, I would have to turn bearish on DOT. But at the moment, it's a nice 5-wave move up. And any corrective pullback could be used to, for example, scale in if there is a setup for it. That's my update about DOT. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.